Greetings, ladies. This is author Sophia Nelson, author of The Woman Code and Be the One You Need, 21 Life Lessons I Learned While Taking Care of Everyone But Me. How about that subtitle? Can you relate? Thank you for having me, and I so wish I could be there with all of you in person today, but I wouldn't have it any other way to drop by and say a word for my beloved sorority sister, Dr. Tanya Bailey. I love you so much. You're such an unstoppable woman. You're such an empowered woman, such a kind, generous, and good woman. And let me just say a few words to those of you who are listening today. These are tough times. Our country is under assault. Our way of life, the guardrails of our beloved democracy. Some of you have been impacted by the Doge cuts and the layoffs and the cut agencies like USAID. A Head Start is under threat of being cut. Think about it, not feeding babies who are hungry, and children, and helping those with special needs or disabilities. That's the world we're living in, sisters. It's all around us. And it's making us feel weary, it's making us feel defeated, it's making us feel like, what can I possibly do? Well, let me tell you what you can do. First and foremost, you've already taken a step by being at this amazing conference today. Because you're investing in you, you're investing in a sisterhood, you're investing in one another. And I know that Tanya's gonna bring the fire and her other speakers there, and she's gonna pour into you about what it means to be empowered. Let's break that word apart for a second. First thing I want to tell you is take your power back, because too many of you have given your power away. I know what that's like. Tanya knows what that's like, but you got to take it back. This is a new season. 2025 is a new year, and yes, it got off to a rocky start. There's no doubt about it. But we're entering the second quarter of the new year, so you get a do-over. And you get a do-over by changing your mind and making a decision. You know, I saw an interview with our former First Lady, Michelle Obama, and people were speculating that she didn't go to the inauguration, she didn't go to President Carter's funeral, and oh, there must be something wrong in the Obama marriage. There was nothing wrong in the Obama marriage. What was right was that Michelle Obama realized she no longer was the First Lady of the United States. She no longer had to do the things she didn't want to do. She got to do what she decided was best for her, even if it made people talk, even if it meant her husband had to walk down the long hall going to the inauguration alone. He can handle it. He's a big boy. They've been married a long time. What I love about what Michelle Obama did, what makes Michelle Obama unstoppable, what makes her empowered and a woman who took her power back. She started with her book, Becoming. If you haven't read it, read it. But what Michelle Obama taught us through her example was quiet protest. I don't have to say a word. I don't have to raise a ruckus. It's what I do. It's how I show up. And I can show them better than I can tell them. So here's the thing I want to say to you today. First of all, you have to ask yourself 3 questions. If you want your life to be different, if you want to be unstoppable, and you want to be unbreakable, and you want to be the woman that you want to be, the woman you've dreamed of, the woman you've put on delay and on hold for everybody else but you. It starts with you making a decision up here, changing your mind. The Apostle Paul says what? Well, it's actually in Paul's letter to Timothy, but he says what? Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. What does that mean, Sophia? Well, I'm glad you asked. It simply means change your thoughts, renew them, transform them. Do something different, be unstoppable. It's in you. Everything you need, sisters, is already in you. God gifted you with it from the moment you were in your mother's womb to the moment you go to your grave. God has gifted you with everything you need. The question is, do you have the courage? Will you take your power back from distraction and worry and defeat and sickness and depression and loss? God, I do not look like what I've been through, because I've been through some hell. Can I say hell? Sorry, Tanya, you know I have a potty mouth. You know I have a potty mouth, but I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. Listen, It's time to keep it real with each other. That's how we are empowered. We're authentic. We speak the truth. But more importantly, we do what Sister Michelle did, and we walk in our truth. We make a decision. We commit to that decision, sisters, and then we are consistent about living out that decision. That's how you become unstoppable. That's how you become unbreakable. And that's how you are empowered her. Thank you so much for having me. And the next time, I hope to be there in person with you. Make sure you check out my book, Simon & Schuster, anywhere books are sold, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Be the one you need is one you need. But I think I forgot to say this, and I apologize. Let me wrap with this. 3 questions I want you to ask yourself. I started there, but I detoured. That's what happens when you get in your 50s. You forget stuff. But let me be serious for a moment. 3 questions I want you to ask yourself every day. Write them down on the mirror. Write them down on your board. Write them down on wherever you can see it every day. And I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. What do I want? What do I need? And how am I feeling? What do I want? What do I need? And how am I feeling? When you can ask and answer those questions of you and get real and begin to walk in the answers that you hear through the Holy Spirit that have always been there in your gut that you keep suppressing and pushing away and pretending it doesn't exist. Listen, as my sorority sister Angela likes to say, how dare you think you have time? Because you don't. None of us has time. If you live to be 100, that's not enough time. And most of us are not going to get to be 100. You're blessed if you get to be 70. You're blessed if you get to be 50, because life is short. It's a vapor. So ask yourself what you want and what you need and how you feel. And that's the way you become unstoppable. Thank you for having me. God bless you. And next time, I promise I will be there with all of you. Bye-bye now.